Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to start with Unit 1, the remaining part of the unit, that is 1.5. The name of the lesson is Joan of Arc, page number 29. Now, this is a story about we can't say a story, but it is a small play depicting the courage and confidence of Joan of Arc, who played an important part in French history. Now, Joan is a girl, and she is uh, very loyal to his motherland, and she wants to fight for her motherland, and she wants to throw the British from his motherland out of the throw the British out of the France. Now, though she is a girl, but she has lot of courage, and she has lot of determination for her motherland. So, in short, we can say that she is a patriotic girl. So, let me give you the central idea of the lesson. So, Joan is what? One girl from the France. Okay. So, Joan of Arc is written by George Bernard Shaw, and it is a play narrating the story of the courageous and undying spirit of a girl, Joan. It outlines Joan's bold attempt to convince Captain Robert to allow her to fight the Englishmen's. Throughout the play, we come across Joan's qualities that make her stand out from the ordinary soldiers. Brave and blunt Joan's story makes for a good read, as she is what we can call one of the earliest example of women empowerment. Okay, now first we will see about the author, George Bernard Shaw. He was born in 1856 and died in 1950. He was an Irish playwright and critic. He was an English playwright, and he has written critics also. He wrote more than 60 plays during his lifetime, including major works such as Man and Superman in 1902. So he has written how many plays? 60 plays during his lifetime, and the major works done by work done by him was Man and Superman in 1902, Pymagolan in 1912, and St. John 1923. He was the leading dramatist of this time. In his time, he was the leading dramatist. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1925. He has got the award in 1925. Which award he got? Nobel Prize in Literature. Okay. Now, let us start with the main course. The war fought between England and France from 1337 to 1453 has come to be known as the 100 Years' War. Now, there was a war between whom? England and France, and it started in 1337 to 1453. Has come to be known. This war has to be known as what? 100 Years' War. Joan was a pleasant girl born in Eastern France. Now, this girl was born in Eastern France, who led the French army to serve victories during this war. Now, this was a girl who was a brave girl, and she was always there with the French soldier during this fight. This play begins at the time when all the northern France and some parts of the southwest were under foreign control. Now, when this play had started, this play was started when the northern France and some parts of southwest were under foreign control. The English controlled some parts and the Burgundians controlled the other. Now, half part was controlled by Britishers and half part was controlled by Burgundians. The city of New Orleans, one of the few remaining French cities, was held by the English. Now, the remaining part, that is the city of New Orleans, and one of the few remaining French, it was ruled by whom? English. The year in 1429, Captain Robert D. Baudricourt, a military officer, is seated at the table. His steward stands facing him. Now, in the year 1429, Captain Robert D. Baudricourt, he was a military officer and he was seated on the table, and his steward standing facing him. The stewards were standing near him, facing to whom? Facing to the that military officer. Okay. Now, let us start with the lesson. What do you mean by steward? Steward means, here the word steward, it means a person employed to look after someone. You can call him as a personal secretary. Okay, so a person employed to look after someone. Okay, so he was the person who used to look after whom? The Captain Robert D. Baudricourt. Okay, let us start. Robert, I told you to throw the girl out. You have 50 armed soldiers and dozens of strong servants to carry out my orders. Are they afraid of her? Now, Robert, what he said to steward, he said that throw that girl out. Now, which girl? John. Okay, and he is telling that you all are 50 soldiers with armed means with arms, weapons. Okay, and dozens of strong servant. We have dozens of strong servant also. You can't carry out my order. And Robert is asking, are you afraid of her? Let us see what steward said. Steward, no sir, we are afraid of you. But she puts courage in us. She really does not seem to be afraid of anything. Perhaps you could frighten her, sir. Now, what steward said that we are not afraid of her, but she is what? She is putting courage in all the soldiers and all the servants. She really doesn't seem. Now, what he said, that I don't feel that she is afraid of anyone. And steward is telling that I feel that you should make her frightened. Robert, grimly, perhaps. Where is she now? Now, grimly, what do you mean by grimly? Grimly means it is adjective in a very serious way. Okay, grimly means in a very serious way. What Robert said, acha. And Robert asked to steward, where is she now? Steward, down in the courtyard, sir. Now, what steward said, that she is in the courtyard, sir. What do you mean by courtyard? Courtyard is an unroofed area forming a part of a large house. Okay, it is an unroofed area forming a part of a large house. Okay, now Robert goes to the window and asks the soldiers to send the girl up. Now, what Robert does? Robert goes to the window, he goes down and he tells the soldiers to send the girl up. The girl enters. Now, John enters. She is a well-built, strong country girl of 17 to 18 years. Now, she is very strong, well-built. Well-built means strong girl, and her age is what? Between 17 to 18 years. The squire glare neither frightens her nor stops her. She speaks confidently. Now, the squire, what do you mean by squire? Squire is a person of high rank, okay, in the kingdom. Okay, the person who has high rank. Okay, now Glare. What do you mean by glare? Glare means an angry stare. Okay, looking what? In an angry way. So the squire glare neither frighten her, means the squire is looking very angrily to her, but she has not stopped. She speaks very confidently. Okay. John. Good morning, Captain Squire. Now, John, she is telling to Squire, good morning. You are to give me you are to give me a horse and armor and some soldiers and send me to the dolphin. Now, what she is telling, she came over there, and she is telling to Squire that you had you should give me what? A horse and armory. Armory is what? See, you can see over here, protective clothing of a metal or rather worn in battles by soldiers in formal times. The soldiers or the uh, persons who used to go for war at that time, they used to wear the clothes which were made up of what? Which were made up of metal or leather. Okay, so that is what? Armory. So she says to the squire that you were supposed to give me horse and armory and some soldiers and send me to dolphin. She is telling, and you send me to the dolphin. Dolphin is the name of the place. Okay, turn your page, come to page number 30. Robert, this girl is mad. Why did not you tell me so, you blockhead? Now, what did Robert, when Robert heard about John, what she was telling at that time, what did Robert said to Stewart? He said that this girl is what? Mad. The girl is mad. And he was asking to Stewart, why did not you tell me so? And why did not you tell me first only? You blockhead. What do you mean by blockhead? Blockhead means a stupid person. To whom he was telling stupid? He was telling, Robert was telling stupid to Stewart. Okay. See, blockhead, a stupid person. Let us see what Stewart said. Stewart, sir, do not anger her. Give her what she wants. Now, what Stewart said to Robert, you don't be angry on her. Give her what she wants. Robert, I shall send you back to your father with order to put you under lock and key. Now, Robert said to whom? Robert said to the girl that I will send back to your father. I will send you back to your father, and I will give an order to keep you inside the room. The room should be locked. Okay. John, you think you will. You think you will, Squire, but it won't happen that way. You said you would not see me, but here I am. Now, what the girl said to Robert, you think you will. She said, if you think that I will do, I can, and you can also do that, whatever you are thinking. But it won't happen that way. What she said, but it won't happen that way. What you are saying, it can't be happen, because first you had said me you are not going to see me, but today I am standing in front of you. You said you would not see me, but here I am. First you had said you are not going to meet me, you are not going to see me, but today I am standing in front of you. Robert, so you are assuming that I will give you what you want. So Robert said to her that you are assuming. Assuming, what do you mean by assuming? Assuming means taking for granted. Okay, that means you are assuming that I will give you what you want. John, yes, Squire, continues busily. Now she says yes. Continue. She says yes, Squire. She says yes. A horse will cost 16 francs. It is a big amount of money. Now what the girl says, that a horse, I know horse will cost you 16 francs, and it is what? A big amount of money. But I can save it on the armor. What she says, but I can save it in the armor. Okay. So I don't need beautiful armor made to my measure. What she says, that I don't want armor. Armor, I said the armor means what? A dress which we wear when we go for the war. Okay. So what she is telling, I don't need beautiful armor She says, I don't need like that type of dress made to my measure and according to my measurement. I can find a soldier's armor that will fit me well enough. She says, whoever soldiers you have the armor, I will try that all, and whichever is fit for me, I will have that. I will wear that. I shall not want many soldiers. She she says, I don't want many soldiers. The dolphin will give me all I need to free Orleans. The dolphin will give me. Now, see, dolphin. What is the meaning of dolphin? The oldest son of the king of France. Okay, he is the oldest son of the king of the France, the one who would become the king after his father. So, she is telling that I shall not want many soldiers. The dolphin will give me. The dolphin will give me all I need to free Orleans. What he said, that I need only what? The land, Orleans, that I want to free from the Britishers. Okay. Robert shocked to free Orleans. Now Robert was what? Shocked. He was telling that you want to free what? Orleans. John simply John, simply yes, squire. 3 men will be enough for you to send with me. Polly and Jack have promised to come with me. Now, what she says to the squire, to the Robert, that I need only 3 men. That is enough for me. You send with me. And who is ready to come with me? Polly and Jack have promised to come with me. These 2 persons have already promised me. Robert, you mean Monsieur de Polanyi? So, Robert, Monsieur means what? French word for Mr. Okay, and D Polanyi is what? It is a name of a person. Okay. John, yes, squire. Jack will come willingly. He is very kind gentleman. Then what she says, that squire Jack will come willingly. He is ready to come with me. He is very kind gentleman and gives me money to give to the poor. And he also gives me money to give to the poor. I think John Godsave will come and Dick the archery and their servants. Now what she says, that I think that John Godsave will also come with me and Dick the archery and his servant will also come. John of Horncourt and Julian, there will be no trouble for you, squire. Now she was taking the name of this all person, that they will join with me. There will be no trouble for you, squire. She says, you will not have trouble for me. I have arranged it all. I have already arranged all things. You have only to give the order. She is telling, you just give me the orders. Robert to the steward, is this true about Monsieur de Polanyi? Now Robert is asking to steward, that is this girl telling true? Steward eagerly, yes sir, and about Monsieur de Metz too. They both want to go with her. Now steward said, yes, whatever she is telling, the names what she has taken, that is what true. This all peoples are ready to go with her. And even Mr. de Metz, he is also the person, he is also willing to go with John. Robert goes to the window and shouts into the courtyard, send Monsieur de Polanyi to me, will you? Now Robert goes to the window, okay, that military officer, and he shouts at the window that, are you ready? To whom? Polly. He shouts at the window that, are you ready to go with her? He turns to John, get out and wait in the yard. Now he tells to whom? He tells to John that you get out and wait in the yard. John, smiling brightly at him, right, squire, she goes out. She tells that you are right, I'll go out and wait. I hope you have understood till here. We'll continue the half part in next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.